Welcome to Private 1977 channel. Subscribe to the channel. And don't miss the hottest news of the day. Our news today includes the following content. Zhao Lusi opens the door to a dreamlike fantasy paradise, a bold reinvention through music and visual storytelling. Welcome back to our channel, the place where stories from the entertainment world are not just told, but unraveled. Today, we enter a shimmering, surreal universe shaped by Zhao Lusi, an artist who is no longer just the nation's sweetheart on screen, but a performer boldly rewriting her own artistic language. On May 4, 2026, Zhao Lusi's studio released a fantasy-driven visual project titled Champagne Drop. But calling it a music video barely scratches the surface. It feels more like stepping into a dream someone hasn't finished having, a story left intentionally incomplete, suspended between emotion and illusion. Within hours, the release lit up social media like fireworks, admiration, confusion, debate, and fascination converging into a wildfire conversation. Why has this one project stirred up so much buzz? Let's step slowly into the dreamscape and find out. A world balancing between reality and illusion. At its core, Champagne Drop constructs what fans have begun calling a fantasy paradise, a space where shadows feel alive, breezes seem to whisper secrets, and reality dissolves into pastel-colored fog. Zhao Lusi appears not as a heroine or a princess, but as an explorer of emotions. She wanders through an ethereal terrain in search of something unnamed, an emotion, a memory, or perhaps a kind of love that only exists in dreams. Long dresses billow as though moved by invisible winds. Golden twilight seeps into the background like spilled ink. Reflections, glimmers, and fragments of starlight form a rhythm that feels both poetic and otherworldly. Nothing in this world is literal. Everything is symbolic, and that seems to be the point. Her studio described the piece as an unfinished poem. And indeed, it moves like one, suggestive, open, abstract, never telling you what to think but asking you quietly to feel. Is it about longing? Is it about loneliness? Is it about the illusion of connection in an overly digital, overly accelerated world? The beauty lies in the ambiguity. When music turns into a dreamscape, the visual serves as an extension of Zhao Lusi's new English language single, also titled Champagne Drop, released globally on April 30th. This moment marks a dramatic shift from her signature sweetness, a voice often associated with youthfulness, lightness, and warmth. Instead, she dives into a darker, more experimental sound, embracing psychedelic electronic beats and airy, almost whispered vocals. The lyrics are fragmented with metaphors. Ticking clocks. Midnight loops. Empty echoes. Hearts on replay. These aren't typical love song lines, they touch on emotional cycles, the empty spaces between text messages, the addictive push and pull of modern relationships. It's not just a song to listen to. It's a song you sink into. And audiences clearly did. Within 24 hours, the track earned over 200 million streams, with hashtags surpassing 100 million views online. But numbers alone can't capture the cultural ripple effect the release created. A divided audience, artistic leap or abstract gamble? Every bold reinvention invites both applause and skepticism, and Zhao Lusi's shift is no exception. Supporters call the project a double surprise. fearlessly experimental. The moment she breaks into global artistry, they praise her ambition and her willingness to move beyond the safe, familiar roles she once dominated in romance dramas. Critics, however, ask different questions. Why is the story so abstract? Is the meaning too obscure? Is this leaning too much into global trends? Is this K-pop aesthetics in disguise? Some viewers felt the visuals were gorgeous but confusing, unsure whether they were meant to decode a hidden message or simply absorb the emotion. This brings us to a deeper question. Does art need to be understood, or only felt? And can something be meaningful even when it defies clarity? The viral effect, how fans transformed the fantasy. The launch didn't stay confined to official platforms. Within hours, fan communities began reshaping the visuals into their own interpretations. Clips circulated with captions like, "She looks like a peach blossom princess in the wind. This is a fairy lost between worlds. A poem without words." A fan account called Rosie Post Lulu Mailbox stitched together highlights, turning the already symbolic imagery into something even more romantic and personal. Some fans wrote their own mini-poems inspired by individual scenes. Others re-edited the visuals into darker, brighter, or more melancholic tones, as if customizing the dream to their own emotional palettes. This level of engagement reveals something crucial. Even when the message is not immediately clear, the emotional resonance is powerful enough to inspire creativity. A carefully orchestrated rollout, not a random release. Far from being a spontaneous drop, Champagne Drop was a carefully designed campaign. May 3rd, fan communities teased the project with countdown graphics. May 4th, the full video premiered across domestic and international platforms simultaneously. May 5th, a follow-up visual titled Dancing with Light and Shadow extended the fantasy universe and kept the momentum alive. This kind of multi-step release isn't just content, it's storytelling. It creates anticipation, immersion, and continuity, offering fans a world they can stay inside rather than a single piece of media to consume and forget. It shows strategic thinking. Zhao Lusi isn't releasing a song, she's building an era. Fashion, branding, and the storm of comparisons. No major visual release is complete without a debate about styling. This time, attention centered on Zhao Lusi's off-shoulder white dress paired with black ankle boots. Some viewers quickly pointed out the similarity to an outfit worn by Esther Yu in a 2025 reality show. The fashion brand, Diplomer, clarified that Zhao Lusi's dress was a brand new design for their Spring/Summer 2026 collection. But comparisons persisted online. Interestingly, though the outfits seemed superficially similar, the energy each actress projected was completely different. Esther Yu's look leaned into sweetness and playful charm. Zhao Lusi's interpretation felt cold, distant, ethereal, almost fragile. The debate reveals something deeper. Styling is no longer just clothes, it's identity, mood, and narrative. A career at a turning point. What makes Champagne Drop more than just a song is what it symbolizes. This moment feels like a shift, a step away from the roles that once defined Zhao Lusi and a step toward a more global, multifaceted artistic identity. She collaborates now with international producers, some associated with Grammy-level projects. Her music fuses Western folk echoes with electronic modernity. Her visuals embrace ambiguity, symbolism, and storytelling beyond words. And all of this arrives just days before her Stay Romantic concert in Bangkok on May 9th. Fans are already speculating. Will the fantasy paradise extend onto the concert stage? Will this dreamlike concept define her next artistic era? Are we witnessing the beginning of a long-term reinvention? Art, identity, and the question of authenticity. Perhaps the most compelling part of this entire project is not the visuals or the music, but what they say about the evolution of an artist. Zhao Lusi's transformation invites larger questions. How does an artist grow without losing the essence fans fell in love with? When does reinvention become bravery, and when does it become risk? In a world ruled by instant opinions and algorithm-driven popularity, is there still room for slow, interpretive, emotionally complex art? And what does authenticity mean when the world is watching every step? There are no simple answers. But maybe the beauty lies in the questions themselves. Final thoughts, a project that resonates, even in ambiguity. Champagne Drop is not a project designed for universal agreement. It is not a tidy story. It is not a predictable release. It is something else, something dreamlike, atmospheric, interpretive. And whether people adore it or debate it, they feel something. In a hyper-fast entertainment landscape, creating something that lingers, that sparks conversation and curiosity, that inspires fans to respond creatively, that is an achievement in itself. So now the question shifts to you. Is Zhao Lusi redefining her artistic identity? Or drifting too far from the charm that made her beloved? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy deep dive content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fresh perspectives, behind the scenes insights, and thoughtful storytelling from the entertainment world. What do you think about this? This concludes our new section. Welcome to leave your thoughts in the comments area. Let's discuss it together. Welcome, don't forget to give me a like and follow. Thank for all.